Hi, my character's name is Tia Azure. Um, doing Planetary, kind of reading, watching videos, and there was just so much there that just doesn't seem to answer questions. So I thought I would do my own to maybe help other people out from the problems that I was having myself. I'm going to make a couple different how-tos. Please feel free to leave comments, questions, things you might see. Please agree, disagree. These are just things that I've done, things that I've shown with my court mates and friends in game to help them. I'm not using any special tricks, just to kind of show you my skills. I've got advanced planetology to 4, command center to 5, which means that I can do elites. Interplanetary, scaling up right now to level 5, which means I'll be able to use 6 command centers. I've got planetology to 4, remote sensing to 4. I do recommend remote sensing to 4. If you talk to anybody, they will agree with that. Um, Interplanetary, you at least want to get to level 3 so that you can use the 15,000 megawatt command centers. 4, you get to use 17,000. Um, um, Sorry, I was at the wrong place. Um, Level 5, you get to use the elites. I know it's a long grind, long training session. However, in the end, it's worth it. The higher these skills are, especially the interplanetary for to be able to do 6 planets, and your command center to level 5, so that you can do the elites. The more extractors you can put down, the more basic processors you can put down, the more advanced processors, the better, the better, the better. The whole point of this particular guide that I've been rambling for over 2.5 minutes is basically how to scan. Um, Once you're in space, as you can see that I am now, you really need to see the planets. Um, Best way to see the planets is you can, if they're not already showing, you want to open your overview settings and celestial, turn on planets, and all your planets will show up. You can save it. I recommend saving it. You can save it as anything that you like. To save it, just pretty much click on the same little arrow, um, save current type as, choose a name, and then it'll always be here when you come up. As you can see, I've got one for mining, one for POS, one for salvaging. Um, Now that you've got your planets, you can see the type of planets that are actually in the system. I'm actually in an O8 system. I'm going to show you planets in an O3 system and an O2 system as well. Barrens are pretty much the most common planet in the EVE universe. Um, the least common is going to be storm and ice, being the least two. No, I'm sorry, it's a plasma and ice. Um, we're going to do a planet view of a temperate planet. This is what it looks like, pretty much in build mode. You want to click scan mode, and then you've got your limits. You've got your minimum limit, and you've got your maximum limit. Pretty much stretch it out as far as you want to go. The minimum all the way to the left, the maximum all the way to the right, and then you need to choose something. These little bars. This is each P0 commodity that's on the planet. Each bar represents exactly how much of that material you can mine off the planet using extractors. Carbon compounds, click on it, it'll scan. Once it's done scanning, not that you saw the planet change very much, that's because it is an O8 planet. The higher the system, the less materials that are really going to be on the planet. Um, an O7 planet is going to have more than an O8 system. An O6 system will have more than O7. An O5 will have more than an O6, and so on and so forth. With OO space and wormhole space giving you the most resources per planet. Um, we have carbon compounds highlighted, however, you really don't see any. So this is where we want to adjust the resolution. And as I'm adjusting, you can see the color start to change on the planet. And you can see how far down I am. Just kind of remember this, because when I take you to an 03 and 02, you'll see how much less I have to lower the resolution to get color. Now, as far as the planet, you can move around the planet. You can see the different spots. This is a good little section. You can actually see where other people have already decided to start placing extractors. You can actually click on a command center and see how they've actually set it up. In a future guide, I'll be talking about this, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. Just to spend 5 seconds, this is really a bad design. It's not efficient at all. I will go into that later in a different guide, but it's a nice setup, but this person is just wasting power to where they could be running another processor, another extractor. Going back to resolutions, you'll see the different colors. You've got green, you've got yellow, you've got orange, you've got red, and as I come back and I reduce the resolution even more, you see the color getting brighter and brighter and brighter. When you see white, you really are too close for this particular spot. So you'll back it up a little, get rid of the white, maybe a little Pepto-Bismol, a little cherry red. We zoom out. Now at this level you see a whole lot of different colors. The different colors mean the different amount of resources in each spot. The Pepto-Bismol is going to have more than the red. The red is going to have more than the orange. However, I have seen where the orange actually produces more resources per 30-minute cycle than the red. Weird. I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch in CCP. It's hard to say. But if you were mining carbon compounds, pretty much the best place to mine carbon compounds is probably going to be right here, anywhere in the cherry. Here's a decent little spot here where nobody else is actually mining. If we go to complex organisms, as it's scanning, you'll see the planet changed a great deal, because the only thing that's showing up now is complex organisms. It really doesn't look like there's any here, so therefore again we reduce the resolution and it starts to show up. Granted, there's not a lot here, and because there's not a lot here, we have to reduce the resolution. Now, keep in mind, your skill levels, advanced planetology and planetology, have a great deal to do with your scanning ability and the resources that show up as you go. Let's do aqueous liquids, and you can see how much is actually on the planet, and I'm sure we're going to see several white spots. See, there we go. We are too close. There's a lot on this particular planet. Let's back all the way out, and you can see there's some green, light green, and I'm pretty sure that if we come in just a little bit, this is pretty going to be a good spot. You got a little yellow there, a little yellow there. If you want to bring a little bit more, till you start to see some red, 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 red. These will be the spots that you want to look for to place your extractors to mine the liquids. And with the liquids, you can put up a basic processor and turn it into water. Okay. To show you the difference, let me reset this, go to science, and I will take you to an O3 planet that I've actually have an installation on. Scan. These are the materials that are on here: suspended plasma, non-CS crystals, noble metals, heavy metals, base metals. As you can see, I've got it all the way up. Keep in mind this is an O3 system. We'll do the least, which is going to be a base metal. Scanning. As you can see, even all the way up in an O3 system, we already have green showing up. There again, the lower the system, the higher the resources on the planet. Once again, an O7 will have more than O8, an O6 will have more than O7, so on and so forth, the best being OO and wormhole space. However, there are very, very nice planets in O1, O2, and O3. As you can kind of see, this is an O3 planet. We bring in the resolution just a little bit. You can see we're barely a quarter of the way in. You've already got red, 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 and this is on the least amount. If we come to the non-CS crystals, it's scanning. It's done. Even in the same area, you've got green, you've got slight yellow. We bring in a little bit more. Now we're at halfway, and we've got red. We come to we'll switch over to the material that's on the planet the most, which is the noble metals. Keeping it at the halfway mark. There's places all over the planet. There's a red section to where somebody's mining. We zoom in a little bit more. There's several places where you can set up mines. Keeping the same resolution, we can scan for heavy metals. And as you can see, there's several huge deposits. White means we're a little too close. We want to back it out just a little bit until we get to the pepto pink or red. Here again, you've got some nice several spots where you can place an extractor, set up your command center, and extract and then process away. To show you an O2 system, there again we'll do a barren in an O2 system. Click on scan, and as you can see in this O2 system, there are a lot of materials. Let's bring our resolution back to max. We'll do liquids. As you can see, it's scanning. And even at max, it's already populated green and yellow. It will not take much to bring it in, and then you've got several red sections already showing up, and this is the least amount of material on the planet. Carbon compounds, scanning. Now we're at max, and you can see red already, and at max resolution. If you want to come zoom in a little bit, there you go. If you're looking for a particular spot, say you're looking that you want to do base, you can find you a nice, bring it in a little bit, find some red. Okay, there's red. There's red for base. You want to also mine noble, mine 2 P0s to turn into a P1, and then take those P1s to turn it into a P2. Actually, that's what I'm doing. This is my little base here. As you can see, I'm mining noble metals in the red. Look at the base metals. There, doing a few other things. But that's just kind of the basics of scanning resolution. A little confusing. Skills help. You don't really need a lot of skills, but it is the basic 101 on what you need to do to scan. As I said earlier, please feel free to leave comments, your thoughts, share this with other people if you think that it's done decently. I'm more than willing to take donations. Tia Azure, TIAAZUR. Thank you.